Okay, to solve this system of nonlinear equations, let's substitute y in the first equation into the second equation. So the second equation becomes x squared plus y squared equals 1, but y is equal to 1 minus x squared. I'm going to use the binomial difference square equation to remind you of that. We're going to square that binomial here. So we get x squared plus 1 squared is just 1. Then minus 2 times ab is 2 times 1 times x squared is 2x squared. Plus this term squared is x to the fourth, and that's all equal to 1. So this equation becomes x to the fourth power minus 2x squared plus x squared is just minus an x squared. And by the way, if I subtract 1 from both sides, well, while I'm at it here, let's subtract 1 from both sides, and this all then equals 0. I can now factor an x squared out of both terms. And then x squared minus 1 is the same as x squared minus 1 squared, the difference of squares. So that's x plus 1 times x minus 1 equaling 0. And so we have three solutions to this equation. X equals 0, or x equals negative 1, or x equals positive 1. So we have three solutions for x for this equation. And now we need to go find the y values that go with each of these. And we'll use the same equation that we used in the beginning to substitute to find that. So first of all, with x equaling 0, let's see what y is equal to. Y is 1 minus x squared, so y is equal to 1 minus 0 squared. Well, that's y is equal to 1. So we have our first point. Let me put that over here. So the first point has x coordinate 0 and y coordinate 1. There's our first solution point. Now we try x equals negative 1. If x equals negative 1, then y is equal to 1 minus negative 1 squared. So y is equal to 1 minus 1, 0. So this gives us a second point, the point where x is negative 1 and y is 0. And let's find one more point here. Third point is when x equals 1. So if x is equal to 1, then y is equal to 1 minus 1 squared, which is 1 minus 1, which is 0. So this gives us a third point, 1 comma 0. So we have our three solution points, three solutions to this system of nonlinear equations, which is the intersection of a parabola and a circle. Let's take a look at that, the graphs of the two curves, and see where their intersection point. Should draw the circle first when I do these things. So this is the point 0, comma 1. Then the parabola goes through this point and also goes through these 2 points. So the parabola is doing, see, it's probably going under the circle. And that's where it crosses going out. And so the parabola is coming like this. And those are the intersection point -1, 0, and 1, 0, and 0, 1. So there's, where are these the 3 points of intersection of that parabola with that circle.